Well, photos from an incident in Monona show when officers say they were charged at by around 9 dogs. The officers came away with several bite wounds.
Yeah, it happened last Thursday in a parking lot on East Broadway. The dog owners reached out to Rachel Perry, and they tell her they feel this could have been prevented.
After seeing our original story, the dog owners emailed me saying they feel if this incident was handled differently, this may have never happened. I sat down with them to hear their side of the story. First, we know from Monona Police this all started when an officer was checking on an occupied vehicle in this vacant business parking lot. Chief Brian Chaney says inside the car was the owner and several dogs. Chaney says as the officer was walking back to his squad, the owner lost control of the dogs and 2 started charging the officer. In an email, he tells me, quote, one of the dogs bit the officer on the forearm. At that point, several more dogs exited the vehicle as the owner was unable to control them, all of which began to charge the officer. A second officer came to help and claims roughly 9 dogs began charging at them. Both officers were then bit in the upper thigh and tased one of the aggressive dogs. Chaney says the officers were treated and released for their bite wounds at a local hospital. The dog owners didn't want to go on camera, but they maintain there was a total of 6 dogs, not 9, claiming the officer had already gotten back in his car when the dogs jumped out of theirs. They now feel this wouldn't have happened if the officer allowed them to handle it first.
Let the handlers handle it. That's what the dogs are trained for, and they were not aggressive until, they were yelling.
Chaney says those claims are false, maintaining his officers never yelled or provoked the dogs in any way. We're told the dogs are being quarantined until Monday. Now, I reached out for the body camera video, but was told it's an active investigation and the video will need to be redacted before it's released. In Monona, Rachel Perry, 27 News.